Hey everyone, Will with American Rebels. Told you guys I was going to do a little bit of a description on what I'm going to be using for trapping season, which opened today. I am going to be going out and putting out primarily raccoon traps, the dog-proof, Duke dog-proof traps. Thinking I might go ahead and put out one of my coyote traps. Just going to give you a little bit of a rundown on what I have, and we'll kind of go from there, see where today's video takes us. I will be taking you out in the field and kind of showing you how I'm setting up the traps, even though there's about a billion videos out there already of how to put dog proofs in, and just give you what I'm going to be doing on it. Alright, here's the Duke dog proof trap that I'm going to be putting in. I'm going to be securing them down with the Berkshire disposable anchor. Nothing fancy, like I said, it's just a simple Duke dog proof. Of course I don't have enough light to show you guys the trigger. Have the crush proof swivel, not really necessary for raccoons. I really don't foresee them chewing into that and breaking it. That's more of an issue with coyotes. But I'm going to be putting the Berkshire stakes on here once I'm out there. I may actually go ahead and do it before I get out there and make things easier. We are going to be using fish oil as an attractant. Also going to be using a little bit of marshmallow and some cheap dollar store cat food. I've been saving some grease let's try that again. Going to be using some grease drippings left over from hamburgers and bacon and whatnot like that I've been kind of saving for the coyotes. I have red fox urine. Coyotes love the smell of that. We also have some Hall Breakers Fox and Coyote number 4. I have used this in the winter to check an area to see if I could find if there was any coyotes actually running through this little parcel of state land I'm going to be trapping, and it does work very well. Do not get this on your person at all. Definitely use gloves when you're using this. This is very pungent, and it hangs around even after you wash your hands. Yes, I've got it on me. For the trap, I have the MB 550 offset, and again, using the Berkshire disposable. People do go back and forth about you need to have a shock absorbing spring that's in here. Given that this is my first year and I'm learning, I'm gonna see what happens without it. Hopefully I don't lose a trap or a coyote, but as you guys know, I'm doing everything as cheap and on a budget as possible without risking any harm to animals. I have tried a few of these here in my yard, just practicing burying these sets. Does take practice. I would definitely advise practice before you go out and actually just try to put them in the ground. One thing I very quickly learned is this was not the first trap I purchased. First trap I purchased was the Duke. Did a lot of research, and it goes back and forth about what's a quality trap and what works well for coyotes, and there's a lot of preference that's out there. But I can tell you from unboxing this one and unboxing the MB 550, quality. These traps do not have the same quality that the MBs have. If I was to give my recommendation based off of quality, I would definitely be leaning towards the MB 550. They both work, not going to say they don't, but the MB is definitely more stout. I feel it's going to hold up a lot better. I think it's going to hold coyotes a lot better, and I love them because they're already night latched. They're much easier to set than the Duke. The Duke comes pretty much, you get what you get. It is one of the cheaper ends of the traps, but you have to go through and night latch them. And there's a little bit more work you got to do on the pan. But all in all, if you're on a budget, the Duke is a way to go. A little bit of extra work involved in it, but you get what you pay for, like most things in life. I have gone through and I've made some items, such as I made my own little sifter. I'm gonna try it out. Just, I mean, sifters aren't that expensive, but I had this stuff laying around from home projects, so I went ahead and just made that anyways. I've also made my own fleshing beam that I put in my garage here with a simple little door hinge. Put a chain on here so I can easily get this thing up and out of the way when I'm not using it, and then it will sit. Some people are probably thinking it's a little bit high, but at the same time I'm 6'4" and it's PVC pipe. If I go working on it and it's not holding or it's a little too high, I'll just trim it down. But I found this laying in the street. A little bit of handyman work, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. And I got myself a little fleshing beam. Plan on using these little clamps here, put them on the hide, keep it secure while I'm working, and then fleshing the animal down, which I probably will be putting some videos out there once I actually master the art of doing that. And again, got a little fleshing knife here. Bought that at Gander Mountain before they were going out of business, where I bought a lot of the trapping stuff because, well, they were going out of business, everything was on sale. Experiencing a lot of rain, so I did pick up a bag of peat moss. Peat moss is really great for keeping moisture from pretty much burying your trap in mud. That bag I bought, might have spent $5-10 on it, but it's way more than I'm going to use in an entire season, given for the trap line that I'm running. Obviously some guys would go through it quickly. They have a few hundred traps. I have 3 foothold traps that I'm going to be running, and most of them, like I said, is going to be the Duke raccoon trap that I'll be running after this year. Is primarily what I'll be doing anyways. We do have a few of the live traps here. I'm not sure if I'm going to put those out on state land. I'm probably not, as I really don't want someone to steal those. They're not overly expensive, but the deal I got on them, I'd hate to waste money. What I did for my traps is this jar here. Yeah, I love Vlasic kosher dill pickles here. That is probably close to a 50-50 blend of topsoil and peat moss that I will take out with me so I can put that in my foothold traps over here. All right, well, little rundown on what I got. I wasn't going to get real specific on a lot of stuff. Still looking for a little bit of what you guys are looking for. Really don't know at this point if I'm going to put the full trapping experience on there. Haven't gotten any input if you guys want to see dispatch shots or any of that stuff. Definitely going to, obviously, after I dispatch the animal, give you a little bit of remakes and stuff on the trapping. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do the fleshing, skinning, processing of the animals I do trap. Again, leave me a comment, let me know what you want to see. It's going to be about a millisecond and we'll be back for me in the field and put my traps in. But until we get back, see you later. Hey, I'm back. Didn't do any videoing of putting the traps in. Weather was a little inclement, didn't want to take a chance of ruining my phone trying to video it. Put in 8 of the dog-proof traps and 1 coyote set that I put in, just a simple dirt hole set with the MB550. We're gonna be going back out tomorrow. In Michigan we have to check our traps every 24 hours at a minimum, so after work I will be going back out and we will see what we get on day 1 of having the traps out. I'll make that a whole separate video. I am going to be doing the dispatch on video. I've decided we'll go ahead and do that. We get a lot of people not very happy with seeing that. We won't do it again. And the fur handling portion of it, I still haven't quite figured out if I'm going to show all of that or not. But if you guys want to, I will. Just let me know. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night.